Well, folks, we got a double bill this week with episode 10, Identity Crisis, and episode 11, Point of No Return. They seem to be releasing the really big, more tense episodes in pairs and the lesser, more plot of the week episodes as singles in between in general so far. At least we had that three-parter, and then we had a couple episodes, and then we had that two-parter, and then we had a couple episodes, and then we have this two-parter. Well, double bill. It's not really a two-parter. Um, but yeah, these two were very important. I suppose you could say lore heavy episodes, as has been the pattern. That means they were also spoilers, very good. For the most part, I do have a complaint, which I will get to later. And speaking of spoilers, they are something I will not, also as usual, not be avoiding. So if you haven't watched these two episodes yet, watch them and then come back, or else you're going to be probably spoiled on a few points. Yeah, so first, Identity Crisis. I really liked this episode. One thing I was really curious about this season is where Emery's character was going to go. Was she maybe going to see the error of her ways? Was she going to tragically go down with Hemlock? And I think we begin to see her see the light here. I expected we would explore this at some point. I didn't expect it to be a whole episode, but I'm not complaining. And that's not the only way this episode subverted my expectations. I fully expected there to be Force sensitives in the vault, but I thought it would be kind of like that scene in Kenobi where he's in the Fortress Inquisitorius and he says all the Jedi encased in amber. No, they've got a whole nursery prison down there. Turns out Omega wasn't the only child Nala Se was kind of looking out for. How much she was able to do for these children is a bit unclear, but it does seem that she was at least trying to give them some comfort in their confinement. Clearly, as far as larger canon goes, this is the precursor to the experiments they will eventually conduct with Grogu and the Mandalorian. We are clearly meant to think of that. The pram Cad Bane uses to abduct that one child reminded me a lot of Grogu's in season one. Obviously, just, Star Wars technology, but still, the similarity was there. Clearly, this project is going to have to be stopped or slowed down in some way, as by the time of The Mandalorian, they still don't have it all figured out, and it doesn't, of course, come to fruition until the sequel trilogy. Presumably, the clones, or at least the batch, are going to stop it somehow, but yeah, this was a really good episode. I liked the examination of Emery and her reaction to the realization of what the Empire is actually doing and the evil they're doing. I'm curious to see where this goes. Will Ventress come back and take the kids down a certain path? Huh? Huh? Path? I don't know. It's a theory. And will Omega end up in the same vault when she gets back? See what I did there? I created a perfect segue into talking about the next episode. That wasn't awkward at all. This episode, I enjoyed it for the most part. Not as much as the last one because it didn't really feel like new territory. In fact, my only complaint about these episodes is that it kind of goes back to old territory. It was predictable the Empire was going to catch up to Pabu eventually, and the action in this was well done, the storytelling, as usual, was well done. I'm just not a huge fan of where it ended. I always want the story to move forward, and I feel like we're just back where we started. I'm a bit tired of the whole capture, rescue, capture plotline. I understand there are reasons the plot could benefit from it, like maybe Omega going back, she'll find out more about who she is and how she fits in and what the Empire wants with her. I expect that may be a part of why she gave herself up, whether she realizes it or not. She does want to find out who she is. I just feel like there are other ways that could happen besides getting captured again. Also, too, I fear, is Hunter going to blame Crosshair? Like, maybe suspect he handed her over? I hope we're not going to have to go through the whole trust thing again. We'll see where it goes from here. I just want to move the story forward. I don't want to go back onto old territory too much. I expect they will. I was kind of hoping she wouldn't get captured again because, like I say, I just the back and forth, back and forth. But if this is what they need to move the story forward, okay, I'm sure it'll be good. But yeah, besides those slight complaints at the end, these were another couple of really good episodes. The first episode in this batch reminded me of like the first three, the premiere of this season, going back to that kind of slow Tantus build. to reveal something about what the Empire's doing and just how bad things are there. Yeah, can't wait till next week to see what happens. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below, and don't forget to come back for the next review next week. Yeah, see ya. Bye.